There is only a short moment left. I am opening before you a miracle prepared specifically for your life. And I want you to pause and listen with your whole heart. My beloved child, do not continue drifting in distraction. Do not let the hurried movements of the world pull your eyes away from what I am doing in silence. There are times when I call you not with a loud sound, but with a gentle yet powerful prompting within your heart. And if you are willing to stop, you will recognize that this moment is not like the others. I am speaking to you about a door of opportunity, about provision, about a home, about keys that symbolize entering a new season, and about a financial release you have been waiting for longer than you want to admit. This does not come to make you panic, but to awaken the faith within you that has grown tired many times. My child, I know you have wondered many times whether I still hear your prayers. I know the nights when your body lay still but your heart was not at rest. When you looked at the responsibilities before you and tried to tell yourself you would be fine, even though deep within you, you needed an intervention, an opening way, a sign that you had not been forgotten. I have heard every prayer you prayed, even the ones you did not have enough strength to speak aloud. I have seen every tear, every sigh, every time you held yourself together so you would not collapse under the pressure of money, housing, the future, and the things that must be handled. I was not absent in the days when you thought everything stood still. I was simply preparing a path that you could not yet see with your eyes. A shift is taking place in the spiritual realm, and it has already begun to affect the things connected to your life. The things that were once delayed are being stirred. The paths that were once silent are being opened. Hearts that were once unfamiliar with your need are being touched by me. I can use a person with resources, a person with position, a person able to open doors, a person holding an opportunity to become an instrument of provision in your life. You do not need to know immediately who that person is, where they come from, or how it will happen. Your part right now is not to let faith fall asleep, not to lock your heart shut with old disappointments, and not to convince yourself that what is good is only for others and not for you. The keys I am speaking of are not only signs of a physical door, they are also signs of the right to enter, the right to stability, the right to step into a season of life that is more spacious, more peaceful, and more secure. You have stood outside many things before, looking at opportunities your heart desired but did not dare believe in. You once thought that a stable home, a lighter financial foundation, a place where you could breathe, build, and care for the people you love, might still be too far away. But I say to you, what you see as far, I can draw near. What you see is closed, I can open. What you thought was beyond your reach, I can bring in a way that makes you bow your head and recognize my mercy. Yet, my beloved child, hear me with wisdom. When I bless, I do not want you to chase the blessing and forget the one who gives it. When I open a door, I do not want you to enter with greed, hostility, or a troubled mind. When provision comes, receive it with gratitude, but also with clear discernment. Not every door that shines comes from me, but the door I open will carry peace, integrity, and light. Therefore, Let your heart be tender, but not blind, trusting but not hurried, expectant but not without awareness. I give to you not only to fill your hands, but to steady your heart, so you may learn how to steward what is good with humility and love. You asked for deliverance from financial burdens, and I heard. You asked for a safe place, a home covered with peace, and I remembered. You longed for an opportunity that could change the direction of your life, and I saw that longing. But what I am doing goes deeper than money, housing, or property. I am proving to you that you are not invisible before me. I am reminding you that your name is still called by me in love. I am letting you know that seasons of lack are not a sentence over your life, but only a stretch of road I can use to teach you endurance, humility, clarity, and how to treasure what will be placed into your hands. Do not let distraction steal your ability to recognize the time. Perhaps you have grown used to scrolling past everything quickly, moving from one image to another, from one piece of news to another, from one worry to another, until your heart is no longer still enough to hear my voice. But today, I call you to stop, not because I want you to fear losing everything, but because I want you to be awake enough to recognize what is coming. A child can miss a blessing not because I did not give it, but because their heart was too closed, their eyes too busy looking at fear, and their ears too full of negative voices. I do not want that to happen to you. I want you to open your heart in peace and say to yourself, I am ready to receive the good thing my Father is doing. If there is still doubt in your heart, bring even that doubt to me. If you are still afraid of being disappointed one more time, let me touch that fear with tenderness. I know human promises have hurt you. I know there were times when you thought an opportunity had arrived, only for it to disappear. I know there are things that have made you afraid to expect too much. But my child, I am not like those who let you down. I do not awaken hope in you, only to mock your fragility. I do not call you near only to abandon you at the door. When I say I am acting, believe that. My hand has already begun to restore order to the things connected to you. So prepare your heart, not with panic, but with deep trust. Clear out from within you the words of self-condemnation, the thoughts that say you are unworthy, the dark conclusions that your life will remain forever trapped in lack. Let your mouth speak words of life. Let your heart keep gratitude. Let your steps be ready to follow my leading when the door opens. If an opportunity comes, enter with integrity. If help appears, receive it with humility. If a home, a financial provision, an invitation, support, or a key is placed before you, ask me for clarity so you may recognize what portion I have prepared. Say Amen in your heart as a sign of agreement, not out of superstition, but with the faith of a child who knows their father is still caring for them. I am nearer to you than you think. I am moving in things you have not seen. I am touching hearts that can open a way for you. I am guiding provision, stability, opportunity, and peace to the right time. You are not forgotten. You are not left outside the blessing. And when what I prepared begins to appear, you will understand that this moment was not an empty call, but a gentle reminder that I heard, I saw, I remembered, and I am doing what is good for you. I want you to stop thinking that miracles are only for those who seem to have a higher spiritual life than you. Because you are my child, and that alone is enough for me to draw near to you with mercy. My beloved child, for too long you have watched others receive opened paths, support, and blessings, then quietly wondered whether you had been left behind. You have looked at the good stories happening around you and thought perhaps they were more deserving, stronger, better at praying, steadier, or less prone to stumbling than you. But today I want to uproot that thought from your heart. I do not love you by the measure of perfection. I do not come to you only when you are polished. I do not bless you only when you are no longer weak. I do not open doors for you only when you have understood everything. I look at your faith, even when it trembles. I look at your surrender, even when you only have enough strength left to whisper, Father, I do not know what to do anymore, but I give this to you. It is that honesty that moves my heart, not the longest prayers, not the strongest appearance, not the days when you try to prove that you do not need anyone to support you, but the moment when you stop fighting alone and place your weariness in my hands. I saw you when you still believed, though your tears had not dried. I saw you when you still chose what was good, though pressure filled your inner being. I saw you when you wanted to give up but still took one small step. I saw you when you had very little hope left, yet still did not turn your back on me. You thought those things were too small, but in my eyes, they are precious, like fragrance rising in a dry season. And because I am your father, I do not stand still before the call of a child who needs to be lifted. I have acted, though you have not yet fully seen it. I have touched places you cannot touch. I have begun arranging things beyond your ability to calculate. There are people, opportunities, and sources of help that I can awaken at the right time, in ways you cannot create by your own strength. You do not need to know everything whom I have spoken to, what I have prepared, which conversation I have placed your name into, or what thought I have opened in the heart of someone able to support you. What you need to know is that I do not lack the means to care for you. I can use a stranger, an old acquaintance, a door in your work, a referral, an unexpected opportunity, or a shift that seems very ordinary yet carries my hand within it. Perhaps you have not yet heard that phone call, received that message, seen that invitation, or stood before that door. But that does not mean everything has not begun to move. Many times, the blessing leaves the hidden place before it touches your hands. Many times, the answer is already on its way while you are still sitting in the room of waiting. I have not told you the exact time help will come, not to confuse you, but to train within you endurance, trust, and maturity. If you always knew every detail in advance, you would easily place your heart in the schedule instead of placing your heart in me. If you always saw the path ahead, you would not learn how to hold my hand in the dark. If everything arrived as soon as you prayed, you might receive the blessing before learning the wisdom to preserve it. Therefore, I allowed you to pass through a season of waiting that was not easy. But I never abandoned you in that season. I used the very days that felt delayed to deepen the roots within you. I taught you to recognize what is truly worth keeping, what needs to be released, who walks with you in peace, and what only wears you down. Waiting is not rejection. In my hands. Waiting can become the quiet mold, preparing you for what you are about to receive. But today, I speak to you with tenderness and seriousness. Do not let unbelief close the place that faith is opening. Do not let doubt become the gatekeeper of your heart. Doubt will tell you that every good thing is too far away. It will remind you of disappointments, so you become afraid to hope again. It will tell you not to expect anything. So, if nothing happens, you will not be hurt. But my beloved child, that is not wisdom from me. It is self-protection born from old wounds. I do not invite you to live recklessly in illusion, but I invite you to trust in peace. Faith is not denying reality. It is seeing reality under the light of the one who holds you. Faith does not say difficulty does not exist. Faith says difficulty has no right to be greater than me. Faith does not force you to pretend you are not afraid. Faith teaches you to bring your fear to me and not let it rule your decisions. Do you think money is too difficult for me? Do you think a home, an opportunity, timely provision, an opened path, an arranged meeting, a shortage being filled, is beyond my hand? I am the one who makes a way where there is no way. I am the one who can provide in scarcity. I am the one who can breathe new life into what seemed to have ended. I am not bound by the numbers you see. I am not limited by statements, bills, rejections, present circumstances, or the past that made you afraid. I do not need everything around you to be favorable before I can bless you. I can create an opening right in the place where you thought there was only a dead end. I can make what no one thought of become the key to your new season. I can cause life to spring up from the place you thought had long been dry. What I am preparing for you is not so you may boast, nor so you may forget me when things become easier. It comes to testify that I am still your faithful Father. I want you to recognize me in the provision. Recognize me in the opened way. Recognize me in the peace that goes before the blessing. Recognize me in the details that seem small, but arrive with astonishing timing. Do not pass through this moment with indifference. Do not say in your heart that later you will believe. Later you will pray. Later you will be grateful. You do not need to do anything showy, but you do need to be present with me in awareness. Stop and acknowledge that I am near. Open your heart and say sincerely, Father, I receive the good thing that comes from you. I trust you. Lead me in peace and wisdom. Such a response, when it rises from a tender heart, can become the turning point where you no longer stand on the side of fear, but on the side of faith. Your breakthrough has begun to move. But I want you to understand that this movement may come in forms you did not expect. It may come through a conversation that seems ordinary. It may come through an idea while you are silent. It may come through a small opportunity. But if you enter it in obedience, it will open a wider place. It may come through someone you did not think could help you. It may come through a closed door that makes you sad at first. But later, you understand that I was redirecting you towards something better. Therefore, do not look for the miracle only in loud sounds. Recognize me in gentleness, in right timing, in peace, in clarity, and in doors that open without you having to force them. Keep your mind awake. My child, Do not let pressure make you hasty. Do not let lack make you grasp what is not pure. Do not let the desire for your life to change make you ignore the warning voice of peace. Blessing that comes from me does not pull you away from integrity. Provision that comes from me does not require you to lose your dignity. The door I open does not require you to become someone else in order to enter. I will lead you by light, not by house. I will teach you to distinguish between an opportunity anointed with peace and a trap covered with attraction. Stay near me. Ask me. Listen to me. And let my presence be the place where you test all things. One day you will look back at this very season and say, that was when everything began to change. Not because you suddenly became perfect, but because you chose to believe while still trembling. Not because you understood all the ways, but because you chose surrender while still having questions. Not because you no longer felt fear, but because you did not let fear have the final voice. I am doing something designed specifically for you, suited to your journey, touching your true need, and bringing you closer to the peace I have always wanted you to live in. Open your heart, stand firm, and recognize me when I appear in the most unexpected way. I am your Father. I have seen you, heard you, prepared for you, and I will lead you into the new season with love that never changes. If you have not yet stopped to open your heart, then right now take a truly quiet moment to receive this word. Because if what you are hearing gently touches something within you, even like a very soft breeze, then understand that I am speaking to you in a very personal way. This is not a meaningless sound passing through your life, nor a random reminder in days when you have grown too used to pressure. I know you have lived under the weight of many unresolved things. I know you have tried to appear calm while your heart was full of questions about rent, bills, the stability of your family, work, the future, and needs that keep coming one after another as though they never end. But my child, I never created you to carry everything alone. I am still here. I have always been here. Even in the moments when you thought silence meant I had gone far away. There are rare moments when heaven touches your life in such a concrete way that later you will look back and recognize that was when everything began to turn. I am leading you to such a point, not to make you panic, not to force you to believe in tension, but to let you know that my hand is moving closer than you think. There is help that has already been arranged before you see the sign. There are hearts I have already prepared before they know your name. There are resources I have awakened before you know where they will come from. I know how to connect people who seem like strangers. I know how to place your name into a conversation at the right time. I know how to cause support to arrive by a path that makes even the one who brings it marvel. You have spent too much time worrying alone. The nights when you calculated every expense, the mornings when you tried to rise, though your mind was still heavy, the times when you looked around your home and wondered how to keep everything from collapsing, I saw them all. You told yourself many times that you had to be stronger, endure more, stay silent longer, find one more way. But I do not want you to live forever in the rhythm of survival. I want you to enter a deeper peace, where you know that your responsibility does not exceed my power, and your need does not lie outside my mercy. I do not come to rebuke you for being tired. I come to lift your chin and remind you that you are still being kept. Peace is coming to your home. Not only outward quietness, but a steadiness that seeps into every small corner. Every conversation, every evening, every decision. The things that once made the atmosphere in your home heavy will gradually lose their right to rule. The fear that once sat at the dining table, at the bedside, in the silences between people will no longer be allowed to occupy that place forever. I am restoring order in that home. I am softening the places that have grown tense under pressure. I am opening the way for understanding to return, for laughter to return, for lighter sleep, for mornings no longer covered by the question, how will we manage today? Believe that your home has not been forgotten by me, the place where you live, where you pray, where you cry in secret, where you try every day, is all beneath my merciful gaze. Provision is also coming to your home. But I want you to understand with a pure heart, my provision is not only money added into your hands, it is also wisdom to manage what you have, clarity to recognize the right opportunity, courage to walk through the door I open, and calmness not to lose yourself while you wait. I can use a person with power, a person with resources, an unexpected connection, a referral, an idea, a job, a contract, or an opportunity you have never thought of. But whatever path I use, remember that the source of every good thing still comes from me. Do not worship the door, recognize the one who opens the door. Do not cling to the hand that brings help, be grateful to the one who touched that hand. You will not end this season the way you began it. When you entered this season, perhaps you carried much worry, lack, confusion, and wounds from previous disappointments. But I am building a new support beneath you. I am placing a firmer foundation under your feet so you will no longer be swept away by every small disturbance. This is a sacred turning point, not only because a need will be met, but because your heart will be taught how to trust again. I do not only want to fill a temporary gap, I want to sow into your life a testimony, a mark that many years from now you will still be able to speak of with grateful eyes. You will remember that there was a time when you nearly gave up, but I came at the right time. You will remember that there was a time when you did not know how to go on, but I opened a way. So let your heart believe one more time. I know it has been hurt. I know you have hoped and then been disappointed, prayed and then waited so long that your heart became cautious toward beautiful things. I know there were times when you did not dare to rejoice too soon, did not dare to expect too much. You did not dare to say what you needed because you feared facing silence again. But my child, do not let old pain become the wall that blocks the new thing I am bringing. The past may have made you careful, but it must not make you closed to grace. I am drawing near to you not with deception, not with empty promises, but with the faithfulness of a father who knows exactly what you have endured. This time, I am reminding you before it touches your hands. This time, I am placing a sign within your heart before the change appears clearly. This time, I want you to prepare not only the outward house, but also the inner room of your heart. Clear out doubt that has grown too old. Open the door to gratitude. Let your lips stop speaking only of lack and begin speaking of my guidance. Care for what you have, even if it is small. With faithfulness, enter the new day with an awakened spirit. Because a call, a message, an invitation, a meeting, or a thought lighting up within you may become the first piece of what I am connecting. What I am doing is real, but I want you to receive it in peace, not haste. It has been sent according to my timing, and it is closer than you think. But you do not need to try to control every detail. Your part is to keep your heart tender. Live with integrity. Listen to gentle guidance, and not break your own faith with words of denial. When help comes, receive it with humility. When the door opens, walk through with wisdom. When provision touches your home, use it to build peace. Strengthen your family. Sow what is good, and glorify my mercy through the way you live. Lift your head, my beloved child. You are not abandoned under pressure. You are not destined merely to struggle through each day in anxiety. I am placing new support beneath your life, new clarity in your decisions, new peace in your home, and timely provision along your journey. Believe again, not because your circumstances have completely changed before your eyes, but because I do not change. Open your heart again, not because you have never been hurt, but because I am greater than those wounds. Receive again, because what I have prepared does not come to overwhelm you, but to remind you that I have heard, I have seen, I have arranged, and I have always been closer to you than you thought.